I got you again, Sean. Yeah.
Tell me when I can go. Tell me when. Good morning, welcome to a Morningside Country Club. To all the viewers out there, it's the Perfect Delivery JBA Masters live from Morningside. Of course, the weather conditions are a lot better. There's no wind, and I just want to say thank you to our sponsors, Perfect Delivery, and also the streaming that's been sponsored by Academy Brushwear and the team from Live X Productions that's going to be bringing you the exciting day of bowls today. The game that we're going to be covering this morning, first up, is Victor Sipalali. He's having a phenomenal season, one of the best ever in JBA, winner of the JBA Fours, winner of the JBA Trips, winner of the JBA Pairs, and runner-up in the JBA Singles. And he's taking on defending champion Sean Thomas. It promises to be a tight tussle. And joining me in the commentary box is none other than Bobby Donnelly. Bobby, welcome. What can we expect from these two players this morning?
Good morning, Warren. Good morning, all the viewers out there. Thanks for taking the time to view our wonderful games that we're going to be broadcasting today. I think the game that we have up first up, Sean Thomas versus Victor Sipalali, could be an absolute humdinger. We've got beautiful conditions here at Morningside today. Yesterday there were gusts of wind which made it very tricky on the quick slick greens, but today the wind has died down and I expect some absolutely fantastic bowls. Sean Thomas lost one game yesterday to Andrew Barrow, 21-19, but he managed to win the other two. Victor Sipalali won all three games and he's on a plus 30 shot aggregate. Sean is on a plus 4 at the moment, so Sean Thomas needs to beat Victor, but he needs to beat him well as well. Jerry Baker has got an outside chance in that section. He only lost one game yesterday, but he's sitting on a plus 4 at the moment. So he's hoping that Sean Thomas can cause an upset and beat Victor, and then Jerry Baker, who's playing Dwayne Abrahams this morning, needs a big win.
Cool. So we're almost about to get underway here. The trialings are almost complete, and yeah, thanks for joining us, and enjoy the coverage. Bobby's going to give us an update on some of the scores from yesterday in the ladies as well, and the other section where Donnie Pickett is leading. He's also won 3 from 3, and the game after this one we're going to bring you a phenomenal matchup. Pro-tier Jason Lee Evans will be taking on Donnie Pickett, and I think that's going to be a humdinger because they'll be fighting to get into the finals this afternoon.
Right, in section A at the moment, the game that we're going to broadcast is Victor Sipalali from Bryanston Sports. He's got 3 wins from 3 games and a plus 25 shot aggregate. Sean Thomas is lying third in that section with 2 wins and a plus 3 shot aggregate. So there's a 22 shot difference between the two players with 2 games to go. So if we calculate correctly, if Sean Thomas wins by 11 shots against Victor, in other words 21-10 or more, he could overtake Victor on the top of the log. But then we've got Jerry Baker in that section as well, who's also got 2 wins with a plus 5 shot aggregate. So he will keep a close eye on the Sean Thomas Victor Sipalali game, and hopefully that Sean Thomas can open up that section. In the other section, we had a surprise win yesterday afternoon with Heinz Schleiser beating Jason Evans in an absolute thrilling game, 21-20. which has opened up that section totally. Donnie Pickett managed to win 3 games yesterday and is leading the section with a plus 27 shot aggregate, closely followed by Jason Evans with 2 wins and plus 21, and Heinz Schleiser with 2 wins and plus 4. Jason Evans will play Donnie Pickett in the last game of the group, which will be at about 11:30 today, which could be the decider. However, Heinz Schleiser is knocking on the door as well. Heinz Schleiser has to play against Donnie Pickett this morning, so if he can beat Donnie Pickett, that will really open up that section. In the ladies section, In Section A, Liesel van Aert is looking very good. He's got 3 wins with a plus 27 shot aggregate. Closest runner-up in that section is Shannon Davis from Linden, who Liesel beat in the first game. Shannon has got 2 wins with a plus 11 shot aggregate. So Shannon will be hoping that she can win her game this morning against Debbie Phillips from Roosevelt Park. And hopefully Liesel van Aert, who still has to play Erika Binneman, and Debbie Phillips will drop a game. In Section B, the evergreen Esme Haley has got 3 wins with a plus 21 shot aggregate, and Esme Murphy, who was the winner of the Presidents 2 weeks ago, has got 3 wins with a plus 23 shot aggregate. And these 2 ladies have to play each other the last game at 11:30, which could be the decider.
So we're on the first end here. Sean Thomas holding the shot. Bobby, the conditions with the wind that's died down, it's going to be a lot more truer bowls, a lot more consistency this morning.
Yes, I got onto the green this morning and had a little bit of a roll, and the greens are running absolutely beautiful. They must be running at about 15, 16 seconds, and I think they might even speed up a little bit more. And there's absolutely no wind. Perfect conditions today. It's nice and cool, so it's not too hot for the players. Can't expect better bowls conditions than what we have today.
Victor now currently 1 down, looking to draw the shot. Needs to pick up the jack.
Yeah, he just ran through a little bit, and I think Sean Thomas still holding the 1, which means that Sean Thomas scores on the first head of the game, takes a 1-0 lead.
On these type of quick greens, would you play long ends, or would players prefer to play like a 3/4?
I think as an individual performance, Warren, you probably find the touch bowlers prefer a shorter head. The more attacking type of a player like Sean Thomas, I would say, will go on a longer head. All on the individual performance. Personally, on a green like this, I would be playing a shorter head and try and get as close to the jack with the first bowl as possible, which I think is very important in singles. It's a lot easier on the shorter end, and you can get into a nice little rhythm on the shorter heads on a quick green.
I agree. Victor playing with the Taylor Vectors, and Sean Thomas playing with the Aero Quantum.
Yeah, I watched Victor's 3 games yesterday. Victor tends to start off very, very slowly, and he builds his way into the game. He sort of doesn't get upset. He just maintains the same demeanor throughout the game, whether he's up, whether he's down. You don't know whether he shows no emotion on the green. He just gets down and plays, which I think is a very strong attribute of his. And as the game seems to go on, he just seems to get better and better.
And he should be knocking on that SA Masters door if he can do very well in this tournament.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about SA Masters for Victor Sipalali. If you look at his record this year, he was in the final of the JBA singles. He won the JBA fours, he won the JBA triples, he won the JBA pairs, one of the best records ever in JBA. And he's playing really good bowls at the moment. He beat Jerry Baker 21-10 yesterday morning first up, which has put him in a very good position in that section.
Big game here for Sean Thomas, having lost 1 in the section. He needs to beat Victor to try and get to the top of the section. And as Bobby said, he needs to win by 21-10 to take first spot in this section.
Yeah, Sean Thomas had 2 really tight games yesterday. His first game was against Mike Doyle. They were 20 all play in the last end. And Mike Doyle had the last bowl to draw within a metre of the jack, and he just went slightly wide. His weight was very good for Sean to go through. The second game against Andrew Barrow, something similar. Andrew Barrow was 20-19 up playing the last head, and Sean was holding 2. And with Andrew Barrow's last bowl, he drew a front toucher. So that was 1 up, 1 down for Sean. And then his last game had a bit of a ding-dong battle against Dwayne Abrahams, winning 21-17 at the end.
So Victor currently 1 down on this end. He'll probably be looking with a meter, try and rest Sean's ball, because he has got second shot. Probably be just over the draw. That's another one to Sean Thomas.
Yeah, so it's 2-0 after 2 ends to Sean. You're probably fine with Victor. Victor doesn't change his game plan much. He just very, very steady drawing player, and he will just carry on nagging away at the jack all the time. If he is in trouble, he might play with a meter or two, but he certainly hasn't got the big, heavy running shot. He doesn't enjoy that type of shot. He's very accurate on his backhand, particularly with a couple of yards of weight.
Sean Thomas bringing up the mat now.
Yeah, it's quite unusual for somebody to be bringing up the mat early on in the game. Sometimes you would bring the mat up if the game is not going your way, to try and change something. The problem is, if you do bring the mat up early on and you don't score, you could actually take that weapon away from yourself if you need it later on in the game. So it's quite an unusual tactic from Sean. Could be a sort of a tactic to try and unsettle Victor a little bit.
That's a good opener from Sean Thomas, putting the pressure straight on to Victor.
And Victor's got a very economical delivery. His line is very good most of the time.
That's a good response there.
Yeah, we're only playing the third head now, and already you can see the players are finding the line, the length. And I think as the game moves forward, we're going to see some very, very exciting balls.
One shot.
Well, Sean is running after his ball. It is a habit that Sean has developed lately, running after his ball, particularly his third ball. You find that he often runs with his third ball, and sometimes it's not a very good tactic, because you tend to lose your weight. You deliver the ball basically unnaturally, and very often Sean will be heavy when he runs after his ball. I think he has to try and stay on the mat, walk up to the head if he needs to, but running after a ball certainly does not help with the player's weight.
And why do you think he is running after the ball?
I think there's a bit of nervousness at this stage.
Pretty close at the moment.
Yeah, I think Victor might have drawn the shot with his last ball. In fact, it looks as though Victor might be holding 2 at this stage.
I think the bowl at the back with the set there, the front bowl closest to the jack is Sean's, and then the one behind is Victor's, and then the one on the left hand side is Victor's, and then the one jack level is Victor's. So Sean will just be looking to draw this.
Yeah, if you watch Sean's delivery, if he stays on the mat, he's fine, but sometimes he tends to run off the mat when he runs after his ball. He stayed down nicely that time.
Needs to find that set.
Yeah, it seems to be that Victor's holding 2 shots now.
Could be 3.
As I said, Sean used the tactic of bringing the mat up early on in the game, and sometimes it could backfire on you. It's a tactic which is used early on now. If it doesn't work for him now, he's got nothing to fall back on. It's a very unusual tactic from Sean to bring the mat up so early. I think it also shows a bit of tension in Sean's game. Sometimes your mind does things that you haven't planned for, and there's in the spirit of the moment.
And there's also a lot of pressure on him because he knows he has to win this game, because if he loses it, he's basically out.
That's correct. If Victor wins this game, Victor is almost certainly through in that section. Well, Victor had a big chance there to draw a bonus. And I think Sean has indicated 2 or 3 shots there.
Having a look.
Indicated 2 shots, so it's 2 all after 3 ends.
Up.
Yeah, Jason Evans is playing against Jake Ireland, and at the moment Jason Evans is 5-2 down, with Donnie Pickett having a big win against Prince Niolondo yesterday afternoon. 21-6 has given Donnie Pickett a very good shot aggregate. In fact, he's 6 shots more than what Jason Evans is at the moment. And they do play each other last game, but Jason Evans dropped a game yesterday, so it's important for Jason to get as many shots as he can and try and win the game by as many shots as he can. He doesn't want a situation where he plays Donnie Pickett in the last game and has to beat Donnie by 7 or 8 shots. It could be very difficult for him. So this game is critical as far as shot is concerned.
Yeah, and we're going to be covering that game next. So if Jason wins this game, and if Donnie loses now, or even if he wins, it's probably going to be a top of the table clash to see who's going to win that section.
That is correct.
So Victor with 2 short bowls. Sean Thomas now with a jack level bowl looking to draw another.
Yeah, they're playing a 3/4 to long head, which I think is basically what Sean Thomas really enjoys. The longer type of head. That was very strange that he actually threw a short head last end, bringing the mat up. Basically backfired on him.
Currently 2 all. It promises to be a very tight game, this one.
Yeah, we're speaking to Sean earlier on this morning. He says he's played Victor 5 or 6 times, and every time they've played, the score has been very, very close. Not more than 2 shots in the game.
According to Victor, he says Sean is 3-2 up in singles to him.
Yeah, what happened in the past has got no bearing on today's game.
Yep.
Both players started from scratch today. The shots that you received previously, and Victor played a great shot there. Victor really enjoys playing that shot with a meter of weight. He's got to play with a very tight ball, with a Vector VS, and the ball rolls up nicely when he plays with that yard.
Sean will be looking to draw this, but he could get a good result if he rests Victor's ball, makes 2.
Sean is also playing with a straighter ball. He's playing with the Aero Quantum, which is a straighter of the 2 Aero balls that we use in South Africa. Sean has got 2 sets of balls. He uses the Aero Groove in the summer when the greens aren't bending as much. In the winter he tends to change over to a straighter ball.
Victor now currently shot down. Good shot there from Sean Thomas. Victor won't be short here. Needs to find his front ball or just slip it. Might have done enough.
Well, he turned Sean's back ball, but I don't think it's enough. I think that Sean is still holding the shot. The mark is indicating Sean's holding. So there's an opportunity for Sean to draw the bonus.
Sean Thomas looking to make it 2. Needs these shots against Victor. run on. Short.
So after 4 ends, Sean Thomas leads by 3 shots to 2. The other game that we have, Jerry Baker versus Dwayne Abrahams, is also an important game. Jerry Baker has only lost the one game, and at the moment he is 6-5 down against Dwayne Abrahams. Jerry Baker is playing against Dwayne Abrahams. He needs to beat him, but he needs to beat him well, because at the moment Jerry Baker, he's got 2 wins with +5 shots, and Victor Sipalali has got 3 wins with +25 shots. So there's a 20-shot difference. And it's very frustrating sometimes when you're playing a game of singles and you know you have to win and you cannot get the shots.
Sean Thomas now with a good opening ball, just behind the jack slightly. Getting into a rhythm. Much better conditions for bowls, no wind, so the lines are true, and we expect a lot more top quality bowls today, very more consistent.
Yes, Sean has gone to his standard length he normally plays as a long head. He's playing to his strengths, not to Victor's weaknesses. A lot of players always say, what length should I play? And I think the most important thing is to play the length that you are enjoying. Don't worry about your opponent. Play the length that you can find. Rather play to your strengths than your opponent's weaknesses.
Sean Thomas looking to make the adjustment. Looking pretty decent here.
Yeah, Sean has found his range now on the full head. Both of his balls are about 2 feet behind the jack. But Victor's very, very consistent. You can expect Victor to draw inside of that.
They both got very simple deliveries, and that's why they're so accurate.
Yeah, Victor's got a very economical delivery. It's the same every time. He doesn't run off the mat, stays on the mat, follows through.
Sponsor for the JBA Masters, perfect delivery, and then of course the sponsor.
It's one and a look.
Sean Thomas is holding one. He's running after his ball. It's his third ball again he's running after. And that's, as we mentioned before, sometimes when you do run after your ball, jump off the mat, you do tend to throw the ball a little bit wide or heavy.
Just want to say thanks to our sponsor, Perfect Delivery, that's bringing you the JBA Masters, and of course the sponsor of the live streaming, Academy Brushwear. Without this, it wouldn't be possible with you guys. And for Perfect Delivery, for the viewers out there, if you're looking to get some good benefits and some good insurance, you can give Geersia a call today. And then on the Academy Brushwear side, if you're looking for some amazing DIY products, tools, hardware and accessories, you can give them a call today or visit their website. And of course, also a big shout out to Aero Bowls, Fired Earth, and as well as Shield.
Well, Victor's just played a great shot to move the jack to his bowl. So he's holding 2. Sean has to walk all the way back now to pick up his bowl and play it.
It's just going to go for the draw, eh?
Yes, definitely. I think he'll stay on his hand that he has been playing.
They're both looking like they're getting into some sort of a rhythm, getting bowls relatively close within that meter.
Yes, this is only the 5th head now, and I think as the game moves forward, you're going to see tighter and tighter heads. Well, Sean's changed his hand to the backhand now. Hasn't played this hand yet. Big opportunity for Victor to draw for 3 and take a lead.
apologies if we do get it wrong on one or two of the ends, as the bowls are very similar colours. Sean's got a half turquoise, half bluish bowl, and Victor's got a full-on turquoise bowl.
Yeah, Victor's playing with the red discs. Victor's playing with the white discs, and Sean Thomas is playing with the red discs.
I think he might have squeezed another.
Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like it could be 3 to Victor, which will give him a 5-shot to 3 lead. Again, you know, Sean was holding the shot there, and instead of consolidating with his third bowl, he ran after his bowl again with his third, which allowed Victor the opening to play the shot. And it is a habit Sean has got into lately by running after his third bowl, and very often it's a wasted bowl.
Yeah. Having a look next door here, Jake Island taking an 8-2 lead against Jason Evans. Jackie Franks 8-0 up against Esme Murphy. Warren Stein is currently 2-all against Prince Nalundi. And then having a look, Heinz from Kalani is 5-2 down against Donnie Pickett. And Esme Haley is a 6-2 lead against Claire Turner.
On the other green, we've got 2 young ladies playing. Shannon Davis, who's only lost the 1 game, is playing against Debbie Phillips, who only won 1 game yesterday. At this stage, Debbie Phillips is 6 shots to 4 up. Dwayne Abrahams against Jerry Baker is very close at the moment, with Jerry Baker going into a 7-6 lead now. Mike Doyle, who won the Presidents 2 weeks ago, had a hard day yesterday, had 3 tough games, but was on the losing side each time. Obviously learned from those 3 games yesterday. He's taken an 8-2 lead up on Andrew Barrow.
Mr. Smooth Victor looking to get into some sort of rhythm. Bobby says he starts off a bit slow, but once he gets going, he's deadly. And he's drawn another. That's 2 to Victor. Sean Thomas under pressure, yeah.
Yeah, Victor is very, very, very steady, particularly with his 4 bowls. Enjoys his 4 bowls.
Sean Thomas don't want to get too far behind in this game. Looks on a pretty decent line. Good response there.
Yeah, I think it's a very good second from Sean, which gives him a big opportunity now to make a couple by turning Victor's bowl or trailing the jack.
It might still fall as well, his bowl.
I think Victor will try and rest Sean's back bowl now. If he can rest Sean's back bowl, he will make 3 and put Sean under huge pressure.
Victor now.
Victor likes it. He's running after his bowl. A little bit slightly under, but I think he's going to change the head. He's changed the head in his favour now. He's actually pushed his ball behind the jack. He's still holding the 1. Sean's got to be a little bit careful. He can't play with too much weight. If he plays with weight and he clips his ball out, he could go 3 down.
He might be looking for half jack, half bowl.
That's correct. And he's just playing just over the draw. He didn't get that ball away cleanly. I think again he jumped off the mat with his 3rd ball.
You think Victor will be looking at that bowl of Sean Thomas's?
Yeah, I think he'll be drawing to the ball. If he does manage to turn it once, he could make 3 shots, possibly even 4.
You don't want to be too heavy because you could actually also give away the shot here.
That's correct. I think just basically you'll be drawing. You won't be intentionally playing to turn the ball. You'll just draw to the ball, and if he does manage to turn it, that will be a bonus.
Jake Island 10-2 up against Protean, Jason Evans.
Yeah, that's a big turnabout that. Yesterday morning, Jake Island was well up on Donnie Pickett. 16-8 up on Donnie Pickett. Donnie Pickett came back to win the game 21-19. So let's hope that Jake has learned his lesson from yesterday. At the moment, he's 10-2 up and playing really good bowls.
Victor just on the wide side. Sean Thomas, big shot here.
Yeah, it looks like Victor intentionally tried to turn that ball. He's actually given himself the best back now. If you look where Victor's bowl ended up, I think it's a very good bowl. You know, a lot of players would play, and if they lose their bowl, well, that will be it. But Victor obviously thought about it, and he thought, well, if I slip that bowl, I'm going to land behind the head in case Sean plays with weight and trails the jack. So he ended up in a good spot. And Sean will be rather tentative. He won't really play with a lot of weight.
Let's see what he does here, folks. The showstopper, the Hoff.
A little bit under. I think he was a little bit scared. He didn't want to turn his own ball, so he's one shot down, which is not serious at this stage. Victor takes a 6-3 lead. But Sean will carry on nagging away. He's a very, very determined player. He's got a lot of high hopes, a lot of expectations. Sometimes maybe he does put a little bit too much pressure on himself, but he certainly won't be giving up in this game.
Both bowlers now bowling all 8 balls in that magic circle of 30 centimeters. And yeah, it's going to be a tight tussle.
Yes, yesterday some of the heads on both greens were a little bit scrappy, but that could have been due to the wind. There was strong gusts of wind blowing yesterday. Today we've got a beautiful day at Morningside Bowling Club. Perfect conditions for bowls. The greens are running slick between 15 and 16 seconds. And the players seem to have lapped that up, playing really good bowls.
Good opener there from Victor, just past the jack. Sean Thomas from Roosevelt, looking for back-to-back JBA Masters titles.
Yeah, Sean hasn't really settled down in this game. He seems to be changing his hand quite often, which is an indication that he's not really happy with either hand at this stage. I think he needs to settle down to start consolidating like victories at the moment.
Victor, no emotion, just gets the job done on his forehand.
How much gaps between the jack and the shot ball?
Sean Thomas must try and pick up this end.
Thank you.
It's unusual for Victor to run through with so much weight. He's actually opened the door for Sean. Sometimes when you do play a bad bowl, you open the gate up for the other player.
Also running through.
Well, Sean's also over adjusted. As I said previously, the previous head, Sean played the other hand. He switched to this hand now. Just battling to find the weight at the moment.
Off Victor goes. Surely he's going to make the adjustment with this ball. Looking pretty decent.
Yeah, he ran through slightly. He's holding 2 shots. Victor's holding 2 shots at the moment. Sean doesn't want to get too far back in the game.
Victor picks up another 3 here.
Yeah, Sean has basically undergrassed it there. I think what happened with his previous ball, he thought it was too wide, but he wasn't really. He landed up actually in line with the jack. It's a little bit too heavy. So he undergrassed that one.
Victor holding 2, looking to make it 3.
Yeah, Victor can put the pressure on now. Sean will be in big trouble.
Victor can take a 9-3 lead here. So Sean Thomas has got a very important next ball, his last ball in the head.
Well, Victor carried a little bit of weight then. I think he turned his own ball out, which means that he's only holding 1 at this stage. Marker indicates it's 1 and a measure.
Hold on, Sean, just hold on.
I'm sure Sean will try and rest that ball.
Yeah, you've got
Of
second
Victor's.
shot.
The marker has just indicated that Sean does have second now. Very often when you release the pressure, which Victor has just done, the other player will take advantage of it and draw the shot.
Let's see what Sean can do here.
I think that's exactly what has happened. Victor released the pressure and Sean,
Is that jack
true
level?
to form, drew the shot. How about Sean? Scores now 6-4
It was
to Victor Sipalali.
it wasn't such a great head, that one.
Yeah, Victor will be disappointed with his last ball. He was holding the 2 and he was carrying quite a lot of weight with his last ball. Again, running after the ball. The players are running after the ball and tend to lose the weight when they do that, particularly on a quick green. Sean has kept himself in the game. The score is now 6-4. Oh, Sean has brought the mat up again. The previous time he brought the mat up, didn't work out too well for him.
Big shout out to Alex Wegner and Alan Wegner watching in Cape Town in their living room. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
If you've got any questions, please drop us a note. We'll try and answer your questions as best to our ability.
So Sean Thomas holding the shot here. 6 plays 4, folks. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, we were talking about bringing the mat up earlier on. Now, when you bring the mat up, ideally you'd like to get your first ball past the jack. I think Sean realized that with his first ball, and he's has adjusted with the second. If you are in trouble when the mat is up, it's far easier to run the jack through the head. So it's always important to have a back ball when the mat is up. Well, Victor's weight was very good. Obviously with a shorter length, the ball is just not coming back as much. Mark is having a good look, and Sean Thomas is still holding the shot.
Which one's the number one? Which one? The front one or which ball?
Jake Ireland, 10-4 up against Jason Evans next door. Jackie Franks, 8-4 up against Esme Murphy. 7-5 to Fouché against Michelle Schleicher. Prince Nalundi and Warren Stein, 3-all. And Donnie Pickett, 6-5 up against Heinz from Kalani. And then in the other ladies' game, Esme Haley, 7-2 up against Claire Turner.
And then our green here, we've got young Shannon Davis from Linden Bowling Club. She won 2 games yesterday. She's still got half a chance of getting through, but she's struggling at the moment. She's 9-4 down against Debbie Phillips from Roosevelt Park. Jerry Baker, who had 2 wins yesterday, is playing Dwayne Abrahams. At the moment, Jerry is 9-8 up on Dwayne Abrahams. Mike Doyle won the Presidents 2 weeks ago, struggled yesterday. As far as results were concerned, even though he played pretty good bowls, he just managed, he didn't win a game yesterday, but at the moment he is 9-3 up on Andrew Barrow.
So measure for shot currently on this end. Sean Thomas needs to draw it.
Then we've got Fiona Duke, 6-2 up on Carol Glanfield. Rika Binneman is 4-3 up on Liesel van Aert. Liesel van Aert won all 3 games quite comfortably yesterday. And if Liesel van Aert wins this morning's game, she's virtually through to the final.
So it's a measure for shot here, ladies and gentlemen. So Sean Thomas needs to produce the goods with this ball. Don't want to give Victor too many chances. If Victor gets into a rhythm, he's deadly. He's won basically everything this season in JBA. Unbelievable season. And a great shot there from Thomas. Looks like maybe 1, possibly 2.
Yeah, I think Sean's holding 2 now. You know, Warren, sometimes these games, the singles, these tight games or whatever, you probably find games are very, very close till they get to about 11 all, 12 all, 13 all. Very often after that, a player jumps ahead, getting a 3 or a 4. So it's important for both players to keep their heads as tight as possible, not to drop big numbers. If they drop a 1 or a 2, it's not too serious. When you start dropping the 3s and 4s, it causes problems.
Victor now, big shot here. He's walking after it. Might pick up the jack. Good attempt.
Well, it's a great attempt. It might have slipped through for a shot. Player's having a good look. Victor's having a good look. And he concedes. Still 2 shots to Sean. So it is 6 all after 8 ends. As we said earlier, Sean Thomas lost a game yesterday. He lost 21-20, 21-19 to Andrew Barrow. So Sean has got 2 wins from 3 games. Victor Sipalali has got 3 wins out of 3. At the moment, Victor Sipalali is on a plus 25 shot aggregate. And Sean Thomas is on a plus 3 shot aggregate. So Sean Thomas needs to beat Victor, but he needs to beat him by quite a few shots as well to overtake him on the leaderboard.
Sean bringing up the mat once again. Liking this length. He needs to get into some sort of rhythm, build up some sort of momentum.
And Victor Sipali's last game in the section is against Andrew Barrow. Andrew Barrow hasn't had the best of tournaments so far, only winning 1 game yesterday, and he's quite well down now against Mike Doyle. But sometimes when the pressure is off, and you've got your last game to play for, that's when you play your best bowls.
How many dots do those front here? Yeah. Make it in, Lewis. Is it in? This is a short ball. It's fine. I can put it in front of me.
Sean. Craig, just hold on. Sean is standing on the green.
Well, Sean Thomas brought the mat up again and playing away from the board with the mat up. He hasn't really been playing that well. Brought the mat up and both of his bowls have run through probably 5 feet. Victor's holding the 2 at the moment. Sean doesn't want to drop a big number at this stage of the game.
He's running through.
Yeah, he hasn't adjusted at all. In fact, he's even got heavier. So that tactic of bringing the mat up, going away from the board is not helping Sean.
Victor now, big opportunity to make it 3, put some pressure on Sean Thomas.
Sean Thomas is a very good player with his last bowl. He does tend to save a lot of shots with his last bowl.
Victor looking good, yeah.
Yeah, Victor has applied the pressure. That's a great bowl, which means that Sean Thomas will be looking and say, well, this could be the game-changing head. I want to drop a 4, yeah.
Very
Put it
important.
away nicely, and he stayed on the mat.
Needs a big shot here, Sean Thomas. Looking pretty decent. Needs to bend onto that back ball.
Yeah, and he got the shot again. That's what Sean did consistently yesterday. With his last bowl, he managed to save a lot of shots.
Great shot there from Sean Thomas. Victor now looking to draw it or maybe touch the jack for 4. What will you do, Bobby?
Yeah, you might be looking at the bowl. If he turns the bowl through, he can get 4. The only danger is if he does slice the jack, he could go 3 down. But I think he would look at the bowl. I think he'll try and turn the ball out, push the ball through for 4. It's worth a chance at this stage of the game.
Yeah, this is a big bowl here for Victor.
Yeah. I think he's having a good look at it. Probably trying to visualize the shot as he walks down. It's a really good tip for some of the newer bowlers. Walk down slowly, visualize the shot before you play it. It's basically in your memory bank and you know exactly what you're going to do by the time you've reached the mat. Doesn't help to stand on the mat now and try and second guess yourself. Pick your shot and play the shot.
So can Victor do it? He's done it all this season.
This could be a very big bowl in the context of the game. No, I think he's just trying to draw. Maybe to try and move the jack a little bit.
He's got the weight for it.
Yeah. Yeah, he went for the bowl. And he obviously thought, you know, rather miss it on the wide side than the narrow side. If he missed it on the narrow side, he probably could have picked the jack. So it is 1 to Sean. Sean goes into a 7-6 lead now. Victor will be felt underchanged in that head. He actually played the better bowls on that head, and he came away with nothing. Well, Sean is persisting with the mat up. Coming down towards the board, he seems to be playing a little bit better with the mat up.
Any cold drink in the box too, Gareth?
Thing is with Victor, whatever length, he's so confident at the moment, the season he's having. He's hardly lost anything.
That is correct. And then the other big game in that section, we have Jerry Baker, who is playing against Dwayne Abrahams. At the moment, Jerry Baker is 15-8 up on Dwayne Abrahams. Jerry Baker lost one game yesterday, but he's quite a few shots behind Victor in shot aggregate. So it's important for Jerry to try and win by as many shots as possible. At the moment, he's 15-8 up on Dwayne.
Good shot there from Victor. Two good opening bowls from both players. Sean Grant Thomas, the showstopper, Mr. Bowls, lives, dreams and sleeps bowls.
That's correct, Warren.
And he knows everything about bowls as well and about all the players. Any information you need, he'll give it to you. Studies it every day.
If you look at the context of this game, Victor seems to be getting his first two bowls closer to the jack than Sean, but Sean's playing a lot of big bowls with his third or fourth bowl. I think Victor, as far as Victor's concerned, he must just keep on plugging away, and hopefully Sean will miss him.
Sean's got to get to those two bowls of Victor. Needs a good draw, yeah.
At the moment, Victor's holding one. And Sean just got to basically try and draw, but he doesn't want to turn Victor's short bowl in, but that will be two down.
On the forehand, Sean Thomas. Needs to produce the goods, yeah. Good attempt, just didn't bend at the end.
Yeah, Sean is playing with the straighter bowl. He's playing with his quantums now. He tends to play with the straighter bowl as the greens become a bit quicker. And sometimes it's not in your favor because the bowl just doesn't bend as you want it to.
Victor didn't like that one.
He seemed to fall off the mat there a little bit. His weight is very good. And it might have held up for it to be another shot.
We'll have to wait and see.
Both these players are playing with a straighter bowl. Victor is playing with a Vector VS. Sean Thomas is playing with the Aero Quantum. So both of them playing with a straighter sort of a bowl.
Sean Thomas, what do you think he's going to play here? Just on the draw?
I think Sean has to just try and draw. There is a shot on Sean's backhand. If it is two down, try and whip one of the bowls out or follow through and pick up the jack. I'm not sure if it's one or two. If it's only one, I think he'll just try and draw. He doesn't want to whip his own ball out. He's persisting with his forehand, which I think he'll just draw.
Sean Thomas. Is he going to do it again with his last bowl?
Yeah, he just didn't. He seemed to hold on to that ball a little bit.
Tried a bit to be a bit too neat.
Yeah, as he delivered it, I think he held on, didn't deliver it properly. Well, Victor's having a good look. He might be holding two shots. If he can draw a bonus here, he could pick up a three. And as we said earlier on, in tight games like this, very often it's that three or the four which could be the difference in the game.
Definitely. Mr. Smooth, Victor Sipalali from Bryanston Sports. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Compose himself again. Off he goes on the backhand. Looking to make it three here. It's one, possibly two. So anything close will be good. Needs to settle.
Yeah, just over-adjusted with that last bowl. So it will be one and possibly a measure for two.
Taking one out, looking for two. Tight game here, folks. Next door, Jake Island 11-7 up against Jason Evans. Jackie Franks 9-7 up against Esme Murphy. Michelle Schleicher 10-8 up against Fauché. Prince Nalundi and Warren Stain 6 apiece. Donnie Pickett 9-5 up against Heinz from Kalani. And in the other ladies' game, Esme Haley 7-7 against Claire Turner. What's happening next door there, Bobby?
Well, as we said in our main game now, Victor has just picked up a 1, so it's 7-all in the game. Score is now after 10 ends. The other big game in that section is Jerry Baker versus Dwayne Abraham. This is quite interesting because Jerry Baker lost one game yesterday and he needs quite a lot of shots to try and catch up to Victor if Victor loses the game. At the moment, Jerry Baker is 18-8 up on Dwayne Abrahams. Mike Doyle, as we said, won the Presidents 2 weeks ago and had 3 real tough games yesterday, is now 11-8 up on Andrew Barrow. Andrew Barrow also tends to start the games very, very slowly and eases his way into the game. And we've got Fiona Duke, who's 11-3 up on Carol Glanfield, and Liesel van Aert, who's unbeaten in that section, looks certain to win that section, is 10-4 up on Erika Minnemann.
Sean Thomas with his opening bowl. Just going through the head. So it's pretty open up. Not such a good start from both players. You wouldn't expect that when this bowls is of the highest quality. And especially the conditions much better than yesterday. No wind. So the line should be a lot more truer and the wind shouldn't affect the bowls. So if you get into a good rhythm, you should be very consistent. And that's a good second bowl from Victor, taking the jack back. What a cracking shot.
Yeah, Victor was lucky there to trail the jack. He was carrying a little bit of weight, but they all count at this stage.
And you said that Victor always plays with a good line, and it showed there.
Well, Sean's got a big opportunity now. He's got a ball in a good position, so he'll just be playing to reach if he can move the jack or turn the shot ball away. He's played it very, very tentatively. I thought he might be a little bit more positive than that. Too happy with that ball, and he's practicing his delivery now, Sean. Obviously just not feeling 100% confident yet. Victor played with very good weight there. I think what he was trying to do is to try and turn his own ball behind the jack, but he's actually landed in a good spot. I don't think Sean will be short with this one. He might. His last ball might make him over-adjust now. With more weight, yes, exactly what he's done. He's playing with more weight now. Give himself a chance.
Sean Thomas, what's happening here?
He's going to look for the bowl or the jack. He's just drifting by, so...
Victor will be looking to draw another.
Yeah, if he gets onto his own bowl, he can actually move the jack for free.
Can Victor do it? He's done it all this season.
Victor will be looking just to use his ball onto the jack. He could make 3 shots.
Looking good.
He just didn't get it the right angle, but he's given himself a good position now at the back. Sean's got to be quite careful now. He doesn't want to whip his own ball off the green. He's got 3 down.
So he's got to play the draw.
Yeah, we've got the second shot here.
Okay. Sean Thomas, this is a big shot here.
Well, he's playing with weight again. He's backing himself.
Needs a big finish.
Yep. As we thought, he probably just got over the draw.
And Victor's taken the lead.
Yeah, as we said, the players are chipping away at each other. 1 here, 1 there, 2 there, 1 there. And very often in tight games, that's what happens. And You know, sometimes you get 1-1, 2-2, 1-1 until you get to 14, 15 all, and all of a sudden there's a big break. So both players will be aware of that, trying to keep the game as tight as possible without not dropping too many shots each head. The important thing for Sean Thomas now is for Sean Thomas to win the section, he has to beat Victor by quite a few shots. At the moment, Sean Thomas lost one game yesterday, and Victor is unbeaten. And Sean Thomas is on +3 at this stage, and Victor Sipalali is on +25. So that's a difference of 22 shots. So for Sean to catch Victor on shots, he has to beat him by 11 shots. In other words, 21-10. And at this stage, that doesn't look like it's going to happen.
And who does Victor play in his last round robin game?
Well, Victor has got to play against Andrew Barrow, who's also a current JBA district bowler. So it won't be an easy game for Victor. I think the important thing is Victor doesn't want to lose this game now. If Victor loses this game, there'll be huge pressure on him to win the last game against Andrew Barrow, because Jerry Baker is looking very good against Dwayne Abrahams at the moment, and Jerry's last game is against Sean Thomas, which is basically, if he beats Sean, opens up that section totally. Well, Sean has had a great opener now, settling down now. I think Sean must just settle down on the draw, cut out the fancy shots, just nag away at the jack, and the 3s and 4s will come.
Victor Sipalali looking to win the JBA Masters and take away the title from Sean Thomas. Don't go anywhere, folks. Big shout out to our sponsors, Perfect Delivery, bringing you the JBA Masters, and of course the live streaming, proudly sponsored by Academy Brushwear. Thanks a lot, guys. We really appreciate the support. And if you're looking to get involved in any of the products from Craig and the team at Academy Brushwear, you can give them a call today or visit their website. They've got some amazing accessories and hardware tools. Absolutely unbelievable. And then on the insurance side, with Perfect Delivery, we've got Kias here and his team. Get in touch with him today on their Perfect Delivery website if you're looking to get some good insurance with some amazing benefits.
In the other section there, we had quite a big upset yesterday afternoon with Heinz Schleiser beating Jason Evans 21-20, which has basically opened up that whole section. Donnie Pickett won all 3 games yesterday, and he's got a very good shot aggregate after beating Prince Neolando 21-6. Donnie Pickett is now 10-6 up on Heinz Schleiser. Heinz only lost 1 game yesterday, so it does not rule Heinz out either. Jason Evans, who lost 1 game yesterday, was well down against Jake Ireland. He's pulling back now. The score is now 13-10. Yesterday morning, Jake Ireland was well up on Donnie Pickett and just seemed to lose it at the end, and hopefully he doesn't make the same mistake again. Jason's looking good now. He's coming back very, very strongly. He was quite well down, 10-2 down. He's coming back quite strong. So it's important for Jason Evans to win that game, and hopefully Donnie Pickett does not win by too many shots.
Sean having a run yet. Looking for the ball. Victor now. Probably try and sit Sean Thomas's ball. I want to touch the jack as well because Sean's waiting at the back. So even if he's a bit short, could be in Sean's way. Mr. Smooth, Victor. Playing with such good weight.
Yeah, that is 3rd shot now.
Sean Thomas, I think he's going to have a go again. His third ball. So I wonder what's going through his mind, ladies and gentlemen. He knows he needs to win this game to stay in contention to retain his JBA Masters title.
Yeah, at the moment Victor's holding the 1 shot. Victor is 8-7 shots up, and a lot of pressure on Sean at the moment. He has to beat Victor, but he needs to beat him quite well. At least 6 or 7 shots to give himself a chance.
Big shout out going out to my mate Andrew Wilson, who's watching in his living room today. I hope you have a good Sunday, sir, and enjoy the golf.
Yeah, well, Sean will try to turn Victor's ball out. He's very, very close. Didn't want to be too wide, otherwise he might have taken his own out. So it's another one to Victor to go 9-7 up. Victor, very good bowler in this situation. Picking up ones and twos there. Doesn't play anything fancy, just keeps on the way nagging, basically wearing the opposition down. And I think that's basically what's happening at the moment. Sean looks like he's under huge pressure. Showing a lot of anxiety on the moment on the green, Sean. Doesn't seem to be totally relaxed.
Yeah, he's walking around, fidgeting.
Yeah, and Victor is just his normal Victor, plugging away at the jack.
Victor Sipalali, what a season. Winner of the JBA fours, winner of the JBA trips, winner of the JBA pairs, and runner-up in the JBA singles. One of the best seasons ever in the history of Johannesburg bowls. And he's looking for another win here to stay top of the section and look at winning the perfect delivery JBA Masters.
We are seeing some great bowls in fine weather today. There's absolutely no wind at all. Perfect bowls conditions. The greens are running beautifully between 15 and 16 seconds. And Mike Doyle has drawn 4 shots within 3 inches of the jack against Andrew Barrow to pick up a 4. This shows you the quality of the field. Mike Doyle lost all 3 games yesterday, but he's certainly having a very good game this morning. Jerry Baker has just picked up a 3 to beat Dwayne Abrahams 21-10. So Jerry Baker improves his shot aggregate by 11. So at this stage, Jerry Baker will be on 3 wins with a plus 16 shot aggregate. Victor Sipalali, who had 3 wins yesterday, is on a plus 25 shot aggregate. And Victor Sipalali has to play Andrew Barrow the last game. Jerry Baker has to play Sean Thomas the last game, which also could come down to be a section decider if Victor Sipalali loses against Sean this morning.
And Victor has played 2 magnificent first 2 bowls on this end.
So basically it's all to play for.
Victor holding 2, great end from Victor. Good try there from Sean Thomas. But Victor, yeah, if he can pick up a 3, get up to 12 shots, looking to get to 21. Remember, it's the first to 21 shots that counts and brings you out victorious. Victor Sipalali on the mat. Off he goes, Mr. Smooth from Bryanston Sports. Playing with the Taylor Vectors. Running after this one.
Yeah, Victor, as the game is getting on, he's finding his range. Drawing very well at the moment.
And off and on that ball, what a shot.
Yep. And Sean is, on the other end, is playing a lot of scratchy balls. I think it's probably due for the fact that he's played a lot of running shots. Has tended to lose his weight. Victor on the other end is just drawing.
Sean having a go, yeah.
Again, Sean is playing with weight.
Needs to make contact. This is a big end. And he's got the hole. Can you believe it?
Yeah, Sean does rely a lot on his running shot. Sometimes it does work on a heavier green, but on these quick greens, there's often very big holes there. If Victor draws for 4 now, that could be the game breaker.
3 great shots from Victor. This has certainly been the best end from Victor.
You know, Warren, very often in a game of bowls, a player can save himself 2 or 3 times, but you cannot save yourself every single head. And this just might be the head where Sean fails with his last bowl. Sean has got himself out of trouble 3 or 4 times already with his last bowl, and this might just be the game breaker.
And as you said, Victor takes his time to get into the game, and now he's starting to get into it. Victor trying to make it for you. Looking phenomenal.
Well, he was very unlucky. He actually moved the jack back, which means possibly Sean could have second shot now.
Didn't want to get too greedy there.
Yeah, he didn't want to be narrow. That was the important thing. When you're holding shots, you should rather be finished on the wide side, but it's easier said than done. It is a full head, and Victor is not very happy with himself. He's cursing himself for that shot. Not very often you do get the opportunity. And having a good look there, but I think Victor might just be holding the 1 shot. And Jason Evans was 10-2 down against Jake Ireland. Has come all the way back now. Score is now 13-12 to Jake Ireland. So Jason is looking very good there. Good comeback. Donnie Pickett, who won all 3 games yesterday, is now playing Heinz Schleiser. Donnie got off to a very good start against Heinz, but Heinz has come back into the game, and the score is now 10-all in that game. So ladies and gentlemen, it's all to play for. In both sections of the men, there are 3 players in contention, and we still don't know who's going to be in the final.
Sean got away with that end. He's only going to get 1 shot down. He could have gone 4 down.
That is correct. I think it's important that Victor raises that shot out of his mind, out of his memory. Forget about it. He's playing well enough. He just needs to continue nagging away like he has been. The moment he is playing the better bowls. Sean's having a good look. It might be more than 1. He's conceded the 1 and asked for a measure for the others.
Just double check here, please. I think it's 2. I think that one is. And I think that one is number 3. You like it like it was.
Well, that was 2 shots to Victor, so it wasn't too much damage that he did there. Score is now 11-7 to Victor, and Sean does not comfortable. A lot of kicking of the bowls, looking around the greens. Sean's actually showing that he's under huge pressure here. Victor, on the other end, is doing what Victor normally does, nagging away at the jack. Victor's brought the mat up slightly, probably an extra 2 meters, and gone to the tee. So this could be an interesting head.
11 plays 7. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. Very close finish here. Victor on the up, playing very consistent bowls at the moment. Sean's been in trouble 3 of them. And
yes, Victor's making his first 2 balls count, putting Sean under a lot of pressure, which is forcing Sean into play a couple of running shots. The problem is when you do play a lot of running shots, you do tend to lose your weight. That's a very good reply from Sean. I think Sean needs to knuckle down, try and get his first ball close and build up the edge from there. Just forget about the running shots for a while.
Definitely got to get your first bowl close in singles. It's very important. If Sean wants to come back in this game, his first bowl's got to be absolutely magnificent.
And as we said, Sean's a very determined player. He knows what's at stake. He's got high ambitions to get higher honours, Sean. As we said, Sean lives the game. And he knows it's a big opportunity for him. If he can win the JBA Masters, it will land him in very good stead for his future bowls career.
100%.
Well, Victor, very unlike Victor, has actually added weight with his on his second bowl. As we said, sometimes when you are finding a length, it's not very good to change the mat. And Victor, this head has actually brought the mat up 2 meters. The first time he's done it in the game. And sometimes when you do it, you're not playing well, it tends to backfire on you.
Having a look next door here, Jake Ireland 14-12 up against Jason Evans. Jason Evans making a comeback. Esme Murphy also making a comeback. She's now 13-12 up against Jackie Franks. It's 13 apiece. Michelle Schleicher versus Fauché. And then having a look at Prince Nolundi, Sir MBE, the Protea. He's 10 up against Warren Stone. And then Donnie Pickett, 10 apiece against Heinz Schleicher. And Esme Haley, 11-8 up against Claire Turner.
And then on the other green, we've got Liesel van Aert, who had 3 convincing wins yesterday. Liesel from Linden, also showing huge promise as a bowler, as a young bowler. Won 3 games and is well up now on Erika Binneman, 15-5. If Liesel wins this game, she's almost guaranteed of being playing in the final. The closest competitor in that section is Shannon Davis, who is at 13-6 down against Debbie Phillips from Rustenfeld Park at this stage. And the third ladies game on our green, quite a surprise, we've got Fiona Duke. He's 14-5 up on Carol Glanfield. The men's games, Mike Doyle. We had a rough day yesterday, he's playing Andrew Barrow. Mike Doyle at this stage is 15-13 up on Andrew Barrow. Jerry Baker only lost 1 game yesterday, and he's sort of still in contention. Beat Dwayne Abrams 21-10, which certainly helped his shot aggregate.
And then if Sean wins this game, then that means 3 players have lost 1. Sean, Jerry and Victor.
That is correct. And Sean plays Jerry in the last game, and Victor will play Andrew Barrow in the last game. So it's all to play for, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing has been decided yet.
Sean Thomas went up to the head.
Sean is a very good player coming from behind. He will be very, very determined to up his game. Certainly won't be giving up.
Sean Thomas on the mat. Off he goes.
And a big turnabout, Donnie Picketh, who was 10-3 up on Heinz Schleiser, is now 14-10 down, which really upsets the apple cart in that section. Donnie Picketh won all 3 games yesterday. Heinz Schleiser dropped 1 game. Donnie Picketh had a very good shot aggregate yesterday after beating Prince Neolondo 21-6. So that section is also wide open. Jason Evans, Donnie Picketh and Heinz Schleiser all in contention.
And that was another shot to Victor. 12 plays 7. Sean Thomas needs to stage a comeback. He doesn't want to leave it too late against Victor, who's had a phenomenal season.
As we said earlier as well, that Sean Thomas dropped the game yesterday and he's on +3. Victor Sipalali won all 3 games and +25. So Sean will be looking to up his shot aggregate as well as game books. Might just go down to shots.
Good shot there from Victor. Good opening ball. Just past the jack in the magic circle. Sean Thomas, as we said, he needs to be deadly with his first ball if he wants to win this game. Put something relatively close. Get Victor under a bit of pressure, because at the moment Victor's just drawing to a ticky. And that's a good first opening bowl by Sean Thomas.
Yeah, I think that's what Sean needs to start doing. Try and get that first ball as close as possible. Try and put Victor under as much pressure as possible. At the moment, Victor is in the comfort zone. He's just drawing to the jack. There's no real pressure on him. Sean has to put him under pressure to force him into playing different shots. And that's what tends to happen when you do put a player under pressure. Sometimes he does tend to drop a little bit short. So it's important for Sean to consolidate. This is a big hit for Sean. He doesn't want to get too far behind in the game. He's 12-7 down at this stage. He needs to start chipping away with a 2 here and a 3 there, and he could be get himself back into the game. Isn't really taking advantage of it by dropping a meter short.
I think Victor will just look for the draw here, but if he does play with just over a meter, he can touch the jack back to his ball.
That's correct. He's got a big opportunity. It's only the 1 shot down.
Don't be too neat. Don't want to be short, so rather just be through. He's having a look at this one. It's just on the tightish side. So, yeah, he tried to be too neat there and he ended up short. Sean Thomas now. Can he draw another?
In the ladies section, we've got Esme Murphy, who won the Presidents 2 weeks ago, is unbeaten in her section. She's now 14-12 up on Jackie Franks.
And she was 8-0 down.
Yes, and her biggest opposition in that section is Esme Haley, who also won 3 games yesterday, and they will play each other the last game. That could be the section decider. Esme Haley at this stage is 12-8 up on Claire Turner.
Victor looking to get another shot here. Good weight. Needs to bend.
Yeah, Victor will drop 1 now. I think it's Victor's sort of a game plan. He doesn't want to drop more than a 1 every head if he does drop. Just keep on nagging away.
Sean Thomas has to try.
Shannon Davis, who was well down against Debbie Phillips, 15-6 down. Shannon needs to win that game to stay in contention in that section. Has just picked up a 3 to go 15-9 down against Debbie Phillips. Shannon has been playing very well, but Debbie has been coming in there with the running shots and disturbing the head quite a few times. Debbie missed the target twice the previous head, dropped a 3. So that game is not over yet.
Big shout out to our sponsors once again. Perfect Delivery, bringing you the JBA Masters and the live streaming sponsored by Academy Brushwear. Thanks a lot, guys, for your support. Really appreciate it. And as well as Aero Bowls, Shield and Fired Earth.
And Liesel van Aert, who is winning that section, 17-5 up on Erika Binneman. So with that shot area, it's going to help her as well. She's unbeaten in that section. She's already played Shannon Davis. She's only lost the 1 game. So Liesel van Aert is looking very good to win that section.
Sean Thomas has to be good with his first ball. Needs to run on.
And back to our main game.
He's fallen short. Let Victor in here.
The score is 8 to Sean, 12 to Victor. The next few hits could be very, very crucial.
Victor Sipalali. What a singles player he is. And he's proving it here at the Perfect Delivery JBA Masters. Came up short with that one.
Yep.
Thought it would have taken advantage.
When you look at the score, Warren, 12-8. Looks like it's quite a big margin. It's not really, you know, it's 2 ends. You pick up a 2 and a 2 and you're back
in the game.
Sometimes scoreboard pressure can affect the bowler. Sometimes it's better to forget about the scoreboard and just concentrate on the head involved. Try and score every head.
Victor looking to produce the goods here with this ball.
Very often when a player is leading the section, there's a lot of pressure on him. He knows that the pack is closing in on him, chasing him, and pressure sometimes does funny things to you. Hasn't been Victor's 2 best bowls around. He knows that he's shaking his head there, which is very unlike Victor.
Sean's running after this one. He seems to like it. Looking good and well played.
They still left Victor a fair amount of space to draw.
Important shot here for Victor if he wants to maintain his lead. Doesn't want Sean to get back into this game. And he's drawn number.
Well, his ball held up a long way there. He was a little bit narrow, but his ball held up. If he touched Sean's front ball, he would have still been 2 down, but I think he might just have sneaked in for shot now.
That was an unbelievable shot there from Victor.
Yeah, you know, normally when your weight is good, you deserve.
Sean Thomas, maybe he'll be looking to turn his bowl into the head.
Yeah, Sean's taking off his cap now. He's walking down very slowly. He's probably thinking now, man, that could have been a 3 to me now. And, you know, when the player starts gets to 13, 14 shots, the target of 21 is closer and increases the pressure on the opposition player.
Big shot for Sean Thomas to stay in this game. Going down fairly well. Needs to hold up.
Yeah, he played the same line as Victor.
Almost identical.
Yeah, he having a good look at it.
As he snuck in.
I think Sean has got the shot. Victor acknowledged it and he said, well played.
But Victor's
Yes.
still got one ball.
The marker has indicated that Sean has got the shot. I think it was a very big ball from Sean.
Yeah, it's a very difficult shot now for Victor to get the shot.
Yes, Victor's only the one down. He wouldn't be too perturbed at this stage. He's in a bit of a conundrum now because if he does draw and he turns Sean's ball in, he could drop a 2, which he doesn't want to do at this stage. So he might have a very tentative draw now and just maybe draw on the wide side to try and get shot.
Jake Ireland 18-13 up against Jason Evans.
Yeah, that's a big result that if Jason Evans loses that game, he's going to find it very difficult to win that section.
Because then he's dropped 2 games.
That's correct. And Donnie Pickett at this stage is 15-10 against Heinz Schleiser, and that means if Heinz Schleiser wins that game, Heinz and Donnie have both dropped 1 game. Donnie plays Jason Evans' last game, and Heinz Schleiser, his last game is against Warren Stein.
So 12 players 9 here at Morningside Country Club. JBA Masters. Conditions perfect.
Yeah, they've played 16 ends now, 12-9, so 21 shots in 16 ends. As we expected, a very tight game. Players are not giving away more than 1s or 2s. It's only been 1s and 2s throughout the game, and very often, as we said, the break sometimes comes when a player gets to 14 or 15. There's a break of a 3 or a 4.
Could that be a mistake? Sean Thomas threw the jack into the ditch.
Yeah, he has thrown the jack into the ditch. And Victor has brought the mat up now. Going away from the board, Victor seems to be playing better with the mat up and coming down towards the board.
Sean Thomas, as we said, he needs to be knocking on the door with his first ball. Something relatively close, within half a metre. He never gives up, the fighter. Looking pretty decent with his first ball. And that's a great opener. Just slightly behind.
Yeah, Sean is looking around, looking for some intervention, some divine intervention. At the moment he's struggling with his weight slightly, allowing Victor in every time. As we said earlier on, Jerry Baker in that section only lost 1 game yesterday. Had a quick win against Dwayne Abrahams this morning, 21-10, which keeps him in contention as well. Jerry Baker's only lost the 1 game. Sean Thomas has lost 1 game, and Victor is unbeaten.
Victor looking to draw the shot on the backhand. It's been a good hit so far. Looking to be designed. And he's played a good shot there. Great shot from Victor on the jack.
Yeah, great shot. He's holding 2. The previous end, when they came down this way with the mat up, Victor was holding 3 or 4. And Sean saved the shot. The next time they played, Victor was holding 3 again. And Victor did damage with his last ball. If Sean does not get something close here, this could be the end that we've been talking about.
Big ball from Sean Thomas. Needs to produce the goods here.
Well, I don't think Sean enjoys this ball. He doesn't like this ball at all. Played it very tentatively. He's 2 down.
Victor can draw for 3.
And his weight hasn't been good at all this head. If Victor applies the pressure now, This could be the head we've been talking about, where the break comes.
Victor asking it to bend.
Yeah, I think what happened previous time when Victor was holding 2 coming down, he actually almost gave the shot away, so he was a little bit scared this time.
Sean having a look. I think he's got to draw it, but there is a shot in the other hand, touching Victor's shot bowl, moving the jack to Sean's 2 back bowls. But the problem is, Sean can't afford to drop it 2 here as well. So
Yeah, if Sean doesn't get close here, Victor's got an opportunity to draw for 3. I think Sean will keep on his forehand, possibly trying to come inside that last bowl to try and rest the shot bowl and move the jack. It's a big bowl this for Sean. Sean has been shown that he can play the big shots.
he needs to play the big shot now.
He has changed his hand. I think he wants to try and reach Victor's bowl to try and get his ball onto the jack. Very difficult shot on a quicker green.
Looking good.
Well, he found the bowl, but not full as he wanted. He was very unlucky. Victor's still holding the 2. Victor could draw 3 shots, a bowl for 3 to go 15-9 up.
And he'll stick to his backhand because that's the safer shot. Because you don't want to play the forehand and draw it and touch the jack to Sean Thomas's bowls.
That's correct. As we said previously, the previous time, Victor with his last bowl was a little bit heavy and he did trail the jack when he was holding 3. So I think he'll be tentative this time.
Victor now. Let's see if he can play an unbelievable shot here.
Well, that was very unlike Victor. He had a big opportunity to draw for 3. He picked up a 2. I think what Victor decided,
Just one.
yeah, I think what Victor decided with that last ball was he wasn't going to be narrow. Maybe play with a yard away to try and find his short ball to maybe turn that ball in and follow through for 3. It's only 1, so it's 13-9. Again, another single, so we've had 22 shots scored in 17 ends. As we predicted, the game is very, very tight. And when the game is tight, 13-9, as we said previously, sometimes one head changes the game with a big count. Jake Ireland is now 19-13 up on Jason Evans, and in the big turnabout here, Donnie Pickett, who was 10-4 up on Heinz Schleiser, is now 18-10 down against Heinz. This is certainly going to help Heinz's shot aggregate and it can dent Donnie Pickett's shot aggregate. At this stage, before the game, Heinz Schleiser was on 2 wins and +4. Donnie Pickett was on 3 wins and +27. So difference of 23 shots. If Heinz had to win this game by 12 shots or 11 shots, 21-10, they'd be neck and neck going into the last game. Heinz Schleiser's last game was against Warren Steyn. Donnie Pickett's last game against Jason Evans.
Good shot from Victor, yeah. Wow, draw the jack back and made it 2. Unbelievable. Excellent shot from Victor. Sean Thomas under pressure. He's getting down to the final wire in this game.
Jake Ireland has just had a run at the head and he got a very bad result. He's 2 down now against Jason. Jason's could draw for 3 to go 19-16. Jake Ireland is not very happy with the result that he had there. He was on target, but a very poor result. Jason didn't take advantage of it. Dropped short with his last bowl, so it's only 2. So the score would be 19-15 now to Jake Ireland.
Victor holding 2 yet. If he can get another shot, he'll move to 16. Sean Thomas under pressure.
As we said earlier on, Victor Sipalali has got a very good shot aggregate. He had 3 wins with +25. At this stage, Jerry Baker, who beat Dwayne Abrahams 21-10 this morning, is now on 3 wins and plus 16.
Another great shot from Victor, holding 3. Wow, 3 crackers. This could be the penultimate end we've been waiting for, Bobby.
Yeah, Sean still got 2 bowls. Sean has shown throughout the tournament that he does save it quite well with his 3rd and 4th bowl, but sometimes he leaves it too much on his own shoulders by not getting the first ball close. And Sean is drawing. He doesn't really like it. I think he's nipped his grass. And he's still 3 down. Sean has played 3 bowls, 4 feet short. Won't be very happy with that. He's put himself under huge pressure now. Victor's holding 3.
Gonna try and make it 4.
Yeah, if he picks up a 3 or a 4 here, Sean's got a long battle ahead of him. Particularly the fact that Victor's playing well. He's actually out bowling Sean at the moment, particularly with his first 2 bowls. Sean has been saving himself with the last bowl.
Victor just having a look now because he has played 3 crackers on that hand, but there is a short bowl now of Sean Thomas's, so he just wants to make sure of what shot he wants to play in his mind before he delivers. So he's going to be looking for 4. He's got 3. Sean Thomas still has 1 bowl left, so anything's possible. Yeah, he's changed his hand, taking the safer option. Victor, off he goes, running straight after this one.
Yeah, normally when Victor runs after his ball, he's pretty close.
And he's well bowled.
Yeah, there's 4 great balls from Victor.
Unbelievable stuff.
Sean's got a bit of a problem because his line was good with his first 3 bowls. Now, he doesn't want to get wrecked on these 3 bowls, which might make him take a little bit more grass. And as we said, Sean does play with a straighter bowl. He might just not get back into the head. Sean must forget about his 3 bowls that he has played now, put a meter on and try and get something close. This is a very big bowl in the context of the game.
Stay to your seats, folks. Let's see what happens here. Sean Thomas, the showstopper. Big bowl here for him now to stay in this game.
Sort of jabbed that bowl. I think he certainly has put a lot of weight on.
Needs to stop.
Yeah, as we said, the ball just not coming back on the wide side. So it's 4-2 Victor. And as we said, sometimes when the games are close, 1s and 2s, there's always a break in the game somewhere, and this is the end that's happened.
And he's got to that magic number of 17. He's in striking range of finishing off this game.
Yeah. Jerry Baker will be looking at this result. Jerry Baker would not like this result. First of all, that Victor is winning the game, and secondly, he's building up more shots, which is going to leave a lot to happen in the last round for Victor not to make it through to the final.
Next door, it's 19 plays 15 to Jake Island versus Evans. Esme Murphy, 18-15 up against Jackie Franks. Sal Schleicher, 16-15 up against Fouché. Warren Stein is 18-10 up against Princeton Lundy. Donnie Pickett is, I think, 19-10 down against Heinz. And Esme Haley, 17-9 up against Claire Turner. So if Jason can win this game and come back, and Donnie loses his, it's going to be Heinz, Donnie, and Jason all lost 1 game.
That is correct.
So it's going to be exciting.
And Donnie Pickett did have a good shot at aggregate because he beat Prince 21-6 yesterday, but at this stage he's 19-10 down, so his shot aggregate is going to take a bit of a dent as well. Jason Evans is not finished on that side. He was 19-13 down. He is coming back. The score is 19-15, and he is holding a couple again this head. Jake Island has his last bowl. He has an opportunity to actually trail the jack for game. And he just went on the wide side, so I think it's another one to Jason Evans. Score now would be 19-16.
Victor now. Not a good opening 2 balls. Or first ball. But he's made the adjustment.
Yeah, Warren, when you look at the game on the whole there, Sean hasn't been getting his first ball close. Early on in the game, he was saving himself with his third and fourth ball, but he's leaving himself too much work to be done. And at the moment, he's very, very erratic with his weight.
He's gone through again. Victor's got a chance to draw for maybe 3 here.
And as we said early on, you know, the tactic of Sean bringing the mat up on the first end, I don't think it really has helped him with his settling down on his weight. It's actually backfired, that tactic.
Victor now looking to make it 3.
Yeah, sometimes in these start games, you do pick up a 4 and you back it up with another 3 or a 4.
Victor's nailing it now. 2 good balls. Sean Thomas under huge pressure. Needs a good shot here. Put some sort of pressure on Victor. Looking decent. Needs to stop. And just runs through. Might still be 2 to Victor.
Yeah, they're having a good look at it.
I think we need an umpire.
Umpire said it's a measure. The marker said it's a measure.
A measure for shot.
Hij is wel niet unfair, die is niet maar hij deed nooit wat hij dat kan niet. Ai, sorry. Wat ik nou so kap mental waar. Soms is moeilijk om het allemaal
As we said, Jason Evans, he's 19-16 down against Jake Ireland. Jake Ireland needs 2 shots to win that game. And at this stage, after 4 balls have been played, Jake Ireland is holding the shot. Donnie Pickett has finally got off the 10. Donnie Pickett was 10-4 up. And then 19-10 down. He's now picked up a 2 to go 19-12. And Jason Evans has just drawn a cracker of a shot inside of Jake's bowl to hold 1. That game is far from finished.
So Victor picked up the shot there. He goes to 18-9 lead. Needs 3 more for victory. And will remain unbeaten in the section and looking to win the section and go on to the final this afternoon at Morningside.
And Shannon Davis, who's basically the only lady who's got a chance of upsetting Liesel van Aert in her section, was well down against Debbie Phillips. Shannon Davis has been playing very well. She's holding 4 shots at the moment. Debbie has got 1 ball left.
Sean Thomas needs a huge comeback in this game. Can he do it, or will Victor close this one out?
Mike Doyle, who had 3 very tough games yesterday, was well up on Andrew Barrow. And as we've seen Andrew Barrow a number of times in this tournament, he comes back, doesn't give up. And Andrew Barrow now has taken the lead, 18-17, Mike Doyle. Yeah, Sean has drawn the shot. He's 2 feet away.
Victor holding 1. Well, actually 2. Sean Thomas. Needs to get a shot here.
Yeah, Sean hasn't had his best game this morning. He's drawing 4 feet away, 5 feet away, and Victor's just drawing the shots ease at the moment. Not really putting any pressure on Victor.
Victor now looking to make it 2, and then he needs 1 more. Needs to slow down, but he's finding his ball. 2 crackers.
Yeah, Victor's holding 2.
Victor on fire here. Sean Thomas has to make contact with that set. Looking good. And he's drawn number.
A great shot from Sean. He's done that a number of times today. Saving it until for his last bowl. Has been putting himself under pressure, but he's played some big bowls with his last.
Victor going up to have a look at the head, but I'm sure Victor's going to try and touch that jack. Can make 3 shots and win the game.
Shannon Davis is slowly pegging away at Debbie. The score is now 17-13. The score was 17-8 at one stage. So Shannon Davis is making a bit of a comeback there. Although that section, Liesel van Aert is now 28 up on Erika Binneman. If Liesel van Aert wins that game, she should win the section with her shots. Erika, this is the 4th game. She has played some very good bowls, but the results just haven't gone her way. She's yet to get a win this tournament.
Just going to try and close off this game with this ball. If he can touch the jack half a yard, can bring in his other 2 balls, he can make 3. So don't be short here, Victor.
Victor's got a big chance now.
Here he goes. He's staring it down.
And he's having a good look at it. He plays that shot very well, as we said earlier on. At 2 yards of weight.
He's looking good.
Very, very close.
That would have been the ball game. Sean Thomas lives another end. He needs to try and pick up a 2 or 3 here in the next end. He's still got 1 more ball.
And Jake Ireland versus Jason Evans. As we said, Jason Evans is 17-19 down versus Jake Ireland. Jake Ireland at this stage is holding, looks like 2 shots. Yes, the marker indicates 2. Jason Evans has his last bowl now to try and save game. If Jason Evans loses this game, he's going to find it going to be very interesting, because Heinz Schlieser has just beaten Donnie Picketh 21-13, which means that Heinz has lost 1 and Donnie Picketh has lost 1. If Jason loses this, Jason has dropped 2 games. Jason is having a run with his last bowl. He's taken off his hat. I don't know if that means he's missed it. Yep, he's missed it, and Jake Ireland has beaten Jason Evans 21-17, which means Jason has lost 2 games. Jason Evans plays Donnie Picketh the last game, and Heinz Schlieser plays Warren Steyn the last game. So it's all to play for in that section.
And Esme Murphy, great comeback victory, 21-18.
That's a great effort from Esme Murphy. She now will play
Esme Haley,
who
also hasn't lost the game
in that section for the final. So the ladies' sections are getting a clearer picture now. Liesel van Aert. Liesel van Aert looks like she has won that game. She's having a look. She's holding the shot. She only needs 1 more. She's just going to have a look, and if Liesel van Aert wins that game 21-8, she's virtually won that section.
Big shout out to our sponsors once again. Perfect Delivery, bringing you the JBA Masters. Giese and his team. If you're looking to get some nice insurance and some benefits, give them a call today or visit their website. And of course, the streaming, proudly sponsored by Academy Brushwear. Craig and the team, thanks very much, guys, for your support. Much appreciated. As well as Aero Balls, Fired Earth, and Shield. So Victor now looking to close off this game. He had 2 there. The last 10 would have got him to 20, but Sean Thomas played an unbelievable shot to keep himself in this match. Victor just running through.
So in section B of the men, Donnie Pickett still leads that section with 3 wins plus 18 shots, followed by Heinz Schleiser with 3 wins plus 13 shots, followed by Jason Evans with 2 wins plus 17 shots.
And now he's got to play Jason Lee Evans. It's going to be a big match.
That's correct. And Heinz Schleiser plays Warren Stein the last game. Warren Stein only won 1 game yesterday, but he's well up now on Prince Neolondo, so Warren Stein is making a bit of a comeback as well.
Sean Thomas holding the shot there. Victor under a bit of pressure, trying to close out this match, and he's come up short.
Liesel van Aert won her game 21-8.
Sean Thomas looking to make another shot here.
John, with your smile. There we go, John.
Stage the comeback.
Liesel van Aert has got 4 wins out of 4 with a plus 40 shot aggregate.
Victor now, shot down. Quite a difficult shot to play, to get the shot. Maybe he could look for that jack, I don't know. Let's wait and see what he does.
Yeah, you know, we've seen Sean play a lot of singles games, and he's a very good come-from-behind player, Sean. He won't be given up. He's 18-10 down at this stage. He's holding the 2.
Would it be too risky to try and take out Victor's ball there and make it 4 shots?
Yeah, I don't think he'll be looking at that. I think he might be holding 2 as it is. So if he can draw for 3, to make the score 18-13, and score the next couple of heads, he's back in the game.
That's right. So Sean Thomas looking to make another shot here. Can he do it? Stage a comeback. He's trying to defend his title.
Sean played a very tentative shot on that side.
Victor now. Can he get the shot here? He needs to be precise. It's quite a difficult one, but he's done these shots before. Victor, off he goes. Looking for his ball and follow through. Great shot.
Well, he ran through. I think that's exactly what he was playing for. He's looking to turn his own ball or find the gap, which is exactly what he's done. I think he has got the shot now.
Absolutely unbelievable there.
That would be 19-10.
What a shot from Victor. Can't keep him away, can you? This season. Wow.
Just as we said with the other ladies' games, Shannon Davis was well down against Debbie Phillips. She's making a bit of a comeback now. She was 17-8 down, and she has picked up a 2 and a 3, and she's holding the shots again this particular end. That's another 2 to Shannon, so now the score is 17-16. Very, very good comeback there from Shannon. Fiona Duke is 19-10 up on Carol Glanfield. And as we said, Liesl van Aert won her game, so she's virtually tied up that section already. She's got 4 wins with a plus 40 shot aggregate. She's the only unbeaten lady in that section.
So that's a shot to Victor, 19-10.
So it looks like we got Liesl van Aert in the ladies' final, in one section. The other section is a shootout between Esme Murphy and Esme Haley. They are both unbeaten in that section. So whoever wins that game will be in the final. Esme Murphy, who played in the Presidents 2 weeks ago, won the Presidents, beat her daughter Emma Murphy in the final. It's now showing that the top ladies that she can compete at this level as well.
100%. Victor now almost home. Sean Thomas hanging in there. Good opener from Victor. Sean Thomas needs to apply the pressure straight away with his first ball.
Yeah, Victor is very consistent with his first ball. He's always within a foot or two. Puts the pressure straight onto Sean Thomas.
Sean Thomas has answered.
Yes. He's about 18 inches away from Sean. The way Victor's playing, I don't think it will be close enough at this stage. After the game.
Sean Thomas having a look like a looking good, needs to run through.
Yeah, well, it's a very good effort from Sean. Sean just rocks his head back as if to say, why can't I pick up the jack?
Victor now trying to get the shot. He's just cut his grass a bit, but that could be a good ball there at the back. Sean Thomas trying to get another shot, holding one. Just through.
Yeah, a little bit. The players who have been playing this hand coming down, the minute they go a little bit on the white side, it just seems to hold a bit. As we said, both players are playing with a straighter line ball. Victor's playing with a Vector VS and Sean's playing with the Aero Quantum. Both playing a very tight line. As we said, it's beautiful conditions today. There hasn't been hardly any wind. The greens are running beautifully between 15 and 16 seconds. So it's perfect condition for bowls.
Can Victor play a great shot here? Off he goes. He's walking after this one. Looking decent. And he needs to stay with it and fall over. He's done it.
Yeah, very close to the shot.
Brilliant shot from Victor. Wow. Incredible stuff. That's the last 3 ends he's played some cracking bowls, Victor.
Yeah, Victor is a very economical player. He doesn't get himself into trouble. He's always got balls in the head. So when he has to play a special shot like that, he just plays his normal game, just over the draw. Doesn't really revert to weight. And as you can see, as the game has gone on, he's found his weight pretty well.
Sean Thomas, unsure of what to do here. He's coming to have a look.
And we've got a cracker of a game between Mike Doyle and Andrew Barrow. Mike Doyle won the Presidents 2 weeks ago. He had a rough day yesterday, had 3 very tough games against 3 Proteas yesterday, and he just lost all 3. He's now playing against Andrew Barrow. The score is now 20 all, playing the last end.
Sean Thomas, he needs to get the shot here.
Yeah, Sean's going to be looking at a little bit of weight again.
important ball this. I think he's undercut it.
It's basically undergrassed it, I think. The way Sean played that shot, I'm not sure if he was holding the shot. Played it very tentatively.
It's one to Victor.
Well, Victor has got the mat, so Victor goes now to
20.
10 up. If Victor wins this game by 21-10, it's the same score as Jerry Baker beat Dwayne Abrahams by, which means that Victor's in a very good situation. He would be 21 shots, so 20 shots more than what Jerry Baker has got. So it'll be a 20-shot turnabout for Jerry to go through.
So what does that mean? How much does Jerry have to win by? And
well, Jerry would have to win by 11 shots, and Victor would have to lose by 10 shots. Victor was playing against Andrew Barrow last game. Jerry is playing against Sean Thomas. We know what Jerry Baker did a couple of years ago against Donnie Pickett the last game. He beat him 21-2. As the tournament gets on, Jerry does seem to get better, so it's all to play for.
Yeah. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Mike Doyle was 20 all playing the last dead, was holding a shot 6 inches in front of the jack. Andrew Barrow has just drawn the shot. Mike Doyle with the last bowl. It's going to be another hard luck story for Mike Doyle. Welcome to the big league, Mr. Mike Doyle. It's a tough school out there. Mike Doyle plays his last bowl and he doesn't like it. Yep, so it's well done to Andrew Barrow. Andrew Barrow, 2 games, he's won with his last bowl.
Yeah, the short one.
Victor now, shot down. Looking to close off this game. You won't want Sean to get back in this game. He would actually want to finish it on this end.
That's correct. Now, sometimes when you get to 20, you do tend to relax a bit. The other player's got nothing to lose.
And there's shot aggregate that counts here in this tournament, so...
That's correct.
Put on the wide side there, Victor. Sean Thomas trying to make it 2 here. Good shot there from Sean Thomas. 2 cracking first 2 bowls. Victor under pressure. Victor looking to close this game. So we know how deadly accurate Victor is. And the season he's had, there should be no problem for him.
Yeah, well, that's a first time for quite a while. Sean's actually made his first 2 balls count. So let's see the response from Victor.
He doesn't like it.
Yep, it shows you what a little bit of pressure does. Victor wouldn't like to drop a 3 or a 4 here and just give Sean a bit of a sniff. He'd like to close the game out as soon as he can. As we said, shot aggregate might just come into play.
Sean Thomas looking to make it 3. Oh, and that's not good, that one.
Yeah, I think what happened again there, Sean came off the mat again. He came flying off the mat. He was too eager, and that's what happens.
I think Victor should draw it on the forehand.
Yep, he only needs the 1.
Could this be the ball? Let's wait and see. So Victor having a look at the head, trying to decide what shot he's going to play.
Yeah, I think it's important just to, for Victor just to slow the game down a little bit. He doesn't want to rush the game and just give away 2s and 3s. So he's showing a lot of experience now, Victor. Having a good look at that head. He knows he doesn't want to drop big numbers at the stage. Even if he gets second shot, he'll be happy.
So Victor.
And in our end game here, Shannon Davis, who was 17-8 down against Debbie Phillips, scores now 17 all. So it's a great game here between 2 young ladies.
Victor looking to close off this game now. Difficult shot, but he's done it before. Not far off, but just going to go through. So Sean got a chance to draw for 3.
Yep. And Sean must just take his time now and stay on the mat. Yeah, that's what he's done. Stroked it away nicely.
Can he make it 3? Get to 13.
Sean just dropped his shoulders there. I don't think he's released the ball. So it's only 2 to Sean, so it'll be 20-12. Well, that's 2 that Sean has got now, so another back-to-back threes. He's back in the game.
Twenty players, 13. Victor needs one more shot. But the way Victor's playing, he doesn't even know what losing is.
That's correct. You know, winning becomes a bit of a habit, you know, and Victor hasn't lost many games this year. He lost to Jason Evans in the JBA singles final.
That's right.
But apart from that, he's cleaned up every other tournament. He's won the JBA fours, the JBA pairs,
Trips.
the JBA trips.
Sean Thomas needs this ball. Plus some.
Get it stop pulling last so every time you do that you end up with another one. It should be that.
Yep. Sean is starting to find his range now. Hopefully it's not too late for Sean. That's what he should have been doing early on. He had been changing his hand quite often and playing a few in-between shots and running shots, which I think has affected his rhythm. I think he just needs to settle down now and maybe find a length and stick to it. As we said, Victor has been playing really well.
Looking for the
first
ball.
Close. And by just applying a little bit of pressure, sometimes it can put the other player off. Well, Sean is running through maybe half a meter. I think, 20-12 down. Every single ball from Sean from now on in needs to count. He needs to keep applying the pressure. He doesn't want to give Victor any type of sniff to win the game.
Victor coming down with this one. Got the hole twice.
And looks
Wow.
like he's found the hole again. That's what happens on the quicker surfaces. Very seldom do you actually find the ball solid or the jack.
Sean Thomas walking after this one. Looking pretty decent. Yeah, that's another. Pressure on Victor.
Well done to Sean. As we said previous head, Sean got a 2. Back-to-back 2s, and all of a sudden the pressure, the momentum of the game changes.
Victor now, I'm sure he's going to trust his gut here and play the same shot. He won't miss that hole 3 times.
Yeah, I think Victor must just be looking to try and draw. He doesn't want to drop another number now. Just one ball is all that counts. Is all it takes.
Could this be the ball? He's walking after it. Seems good.
Yeah, he has taken the weight off, and I think he has just drawn very close. I think it's the shot. Yep. Marker indicates that's the shot.
Brilliant shot there from Victor.
Which means that Sean has got 1 ball left to save the game, and he's left Sean in a very difficult position. It's not easy to play a running shot on this green.
So Sean Thomas to stay in this tournament.
Yeah, I think Sean will just have a full go at the ball, try and clip it out.
Can he do it and stay in this game?
Having a long look at it. Certainly going to play his forehand. Looks like he's going to play a sort of an in-between shot. He's not really having a full go. As we said, the in-between shots on this green are very difficult. It's just nipped past, so well done to Victor Sipalali. Victor Sipalali is now unbeaten. Victor Sipalali has now got 4 wins with a plus 34 shot aggregate. So Victor Sipalali 8 points, 34 shot aggregate. Jerry Baker has got 3 wins with a plus 16 shot aggregate. That means there's a difference in shot aggregate of 18 between Jerry Baker and Victor Sipalali. So say for instance Jerry Baker, who plays Sean Thomas last game, wins his game by 12 shots. Victor Sipalali, who plays Andrew Barrow last game, would have to lose by 8 shots. So at this stage, Victor Sipalali is looking very good to win that section. He's got to keep his last game tight, and he should be through. In the other section, it's very, very tight, with a couple of upsets this morning. Jake Ireland caused a huge upset by beating Jason Evans. Jason Evans will play Donnie Pickett last game, who also lost this morning to Heinz Schleiser. So the top 2 players in that section both lost this morning. Donnie Pickett losing quite heavily to Heinz Schleiser this morning. So as it stands at the moment, Donnie Pickett still leads the section on 3 wins plus 18, followed by Jason Evans on 3 wins plus 13, and Heinz Schleiser has also got 3 wins with a plus 13. So it's very, very close in that section at this stage.
Same procedure as the last 4, eh?
Next game we're going to be bringing you will be the Jason Lee Evans game versus Donnie Pickett. Promises to be an absolute humdinger. So stay around for that. We might also bring you some interviews. And yeah, it's going to be an exciting finish here at Morningside for the Perfect Delivery JBA Masters. So maybe go grab yourself a little bit of a break, have a coolie, have something to eat, and yeah, we'll be back with you shortly.
Good morning. We've got the great Jerry Baker with us in our commentary box. Jerry just played against Dwayne Abrams, had a great win there against Dwayne Abrams, beating him 21-10. Victor Sipalali, which is a televised game, beat Sean Thomas 21-9, which means at this stage that Jerry Baker is on 6 points plus 16, and Victor Sipalali is on 8 points plus 34, shot difference of 18. How do you fancy your chances going to the last game, Jerry?
Yeah, look here, Bob. Stranger things have happened, but I think Victor's just too good at the moment. 18 shots is a double header. I've got to win by 9, and he's got to lose by 9, type of thing. So it's a lot less in reality. But quite frankly, I can't see Victor losing. He's playing with great weight. I mean, you saw the last end there when he had to draw a couple of inches on this sort of speed green. So he's got that sort of confidence. So for me to come here, having played for 3 months, and to hopefully I win this afternoon, and to come second to him, I'll be happy with that. But I wish him well. I think he's too strong for the section at the moment.
Yes, as we said, there's a shot difference of 18 shots between Jerry and Victor at the moment, and they don't play each other. So Jerry has to, hopefully Andrew Barrow can cause a bit of an upset. And we've been looking at Andrew Barrow. Andrew Barrow seems to be found his touch now. The second part of this game this morning, he was drawing really well. So Jerry plays against Sean Thomas, and Sean will be a bit rattled by losing 21-12 now. I think if Jerry goes ahead and wins by 10 shots and Victor starts losing the game, the pressure could be on Victor. Victor hasn't really been in this situation before, so anything can happen, Jerry.
Yeah, it can happen like that. But as I said, I think he's just too. He's come off a hell of a good season. He's won virtually everything, and he's playing with that sort of right confidence. So things can happen. Of course, I've just got to go out there and do my bit and see what happens. But it'll be a hell of an upset if Victor doesn't go through to this. And if I look in the other section, I think whoever he plays against in the other section, I think Victor's now made himself favourite for this tournament, let alone our section. So
exactly. As we had a look in the other section, there were 2 big upsets here this morning, with Jake Ireland beating Jason Evans, and Heinz Schleiser, who was 10-4 down against Donnie Pickett. Donnie Pickett got stuck on that 10 for quite a long time. For about 16 shots Heinz scored in a row. And so at this stage, Donnie Pickett still leads that section by 5 shots, followed by Heinz Schleiser, also 3 wins plus 13. And Jason Evans, even though he has lost 2, is not out of it yet. He's got a plus 17 shot aggregate. Jason plays Donnie last game. Who do you fancy in that game?
No, I think Jason will win that game. I think, as I say, if Jason plays half well and Donnie plays well, then Jason will win. If Jason plays badly, then the field is competitive. So there's you can't mark up a game and say that's a win. I mean, you look at a guy like Mike Doyle in his first tournament. He hasn't won a game, but he's played very, very well, and he's gone to the wire. I mean, my game yesterday afternoon against Andrew Barrow was a high-quality game. Andrew was really good, and so I think it's you got to favour Jason to beat Donnie, and then be in the mix. I think probably.
Yes, I think Heinz has to play Warren Stein in the last game, so it's all to play for in that section. Heinz sort of an underdog going into the tournament, and now he could be like heading into it being the favourite. If Heinz beats Warren the last game, he could get through to the final.
Yeah. If Heinz wins the last game, which I think he should win actually, and Jason should win, then Heinz should be in the final against Victor. So that's the predictions. But as we've all seen 100 times before, bowl's a funny game. Anything happens, so there might be another twist in the tail somewhere.
Yes, Jerry, and then just one thing with the ladies. In the ladies section A, it's very, very tight. The 2 Esme Haley and Esme Murphy, who won the Presidents 2 weeks ago, are both unbeaten in that section. They played each other last game. It looks like at this stage Liesel van Aert has got too many shots to lose the other section. She's got 4 wins with a plus 40, so it looks like Liesel van Aert is through in that section. And it will be a toss-up between the 2 Esmes. And how do you see that game going?
Yeah, that's great. Interesting about Esme Murphy. She came and got a set of. She was playing with the Aero Groove, and she changed to the Quantum model just before the Presidents actually. And she went through the Presidents, I think, virtually unbeaten, and now she's unbeaten. Yeah, so she's obviously settling down to that tighter line, and on these sort of speed of greens is probably counting in her favour. But Esme really tough to beat, so that'll be a hell of a. It's nice to have a final game like that. Where it's all to play for. So, and then Liesel, I don't really know her, I don't really know what she's capable of, but it's nice to see sort of new names and new faces coming through. So it should be a good afternoon's finals.
Yeah, anyway, Jerry, we wish you well your last game. As we said, it's all to play for. Funnier things have happened in this game before. That's happened before, and I'm sure it'll happen again. Good luck for the remaining game, and whatever happens, thanks for chatting with us.
Thanks, Bob. Thank you.
Well done, girls. Cover that rusty pole.
Okay, guys, so we're going to have a bit of a break, 20 minutes, and coming to you live from Morningside in the next 20 minutes is going to be Donnie Pickett taking on Jason Lee Evans. It promises to be a tight tussle, and we're going to see who's going to come out on top. So go and grab yourself a coolie, have something to eat, and we'll see you in a bit.